So this is the indoor quality sensor that I've been developing this research. The sensor is divided into two components. The sensor unit, which is this top one here, which is responsible for taking all the measurements, all the data. It samples the data every single minute, and it can see all the sensors here inside. So you have the PM sensor, the BME sensor below, and the CO2 sensor inside. So you can, in here you have the battery, which is just a little hard to see, and the microcontroller here on the top. So close this back. You can see all the data here on this screen. So you can see temperature, humidity, pressure, CO2, EVOCs, PM 1.0, 2.5, and 10. And then this data here, it goes to two different routes. So you can go to a mobile device through an app using Bluetooth, and go to a server using this communication unit, which is also for gets the data from the sensor unit and sends to the server. So you can see the same data here. So 27.52, and here it also appears 27.52 on the temperature. And this data is shown on a server here that's being run on my computer. So I have this website which I can access, and I can see the data here. So I think this is the previous reading. No, it's the current reading. So we can see that the temperature is measuring as 27.52, which is just the one I showed you. Relative humidity is 27.38, as you can see here. This website also includes this graph that shows the EVOCs, temperature, and relative humidity of the previous measurements. So you can see all the previous data here. And you can also do the exposure by time. So if you know your time of being, like the time of being in the specific rooms, so you can just select here July 21st at 7:28, I guess, because I don't have the old data. So I do have, so I can do 7 o'clock. Yeah, and then I have here today at 7:34. Yeah. Oh, I didn't select. Yeah, there you go. So I choose room 1 because that's the sensor for room 1, and I can do add. Oh yeah, and it appears here the average CO2 for that period of time. And that's for the individual air quality. So as an individual, if I know where I've been, I can enter the place I've been and the time I've been there, and it would output me the average exposure. This number specifically is for CO2, and in the future we plan to have more exposure, show more data. So the other route would be the Bluetooth. So I can see the data here on this scanner app. So I downloaded this scanner app, which you can see here the IAQ Sensor 1, which is this one. You have the CO2 concentration, and it keeps updating. So now it's showing the VOCs, and then it's going to show the PM1. Every 5 seconds it changes the data being shown. So we also developed an app to get this data. So let me open this app here. Yeah, that's connection screen. So I can just choose a name for my device, which I'm gonna use as Diogo Tablet, and then done. And then as soon as I turn on auto search, it finds the sensor. So you can see here, found the IQ Sensor 1. The temperature shows the intensity of the connection, and then it shows when it connected. So we found the device at 1936, which is just now, essentially. Oh, you can see here the data is also shown here. It takes a while to update, so this one it takes a while for it to read all the data. But as soon as you can see here, 27 rounded. So you can see here, if you round, you get 27. Same for the other numbers. So EVOC is 1.70. This one is also 1.70, 616, and 616. As you can see here, it takes a little long to find all the data, collect all the data here. And this app also sends the data to a Excel spreadsheet, so I can check here. So you have this row here. So this last row is the one just now. So the device name, which is the tablet that I wrote in the beginning. We have this IQ Sensor 1, the device that is collecting data from. they connect the, like when you collect this data and the data that it collected so far. So because it was still like loading up, you can see that the data is still only like is full of zeros, but it's in the next update it should get more, fill up more columns, fill up more data points. So this app is essentially the main focus of this app is to keep track of where the person has been. So we have this second sheet here, which shows like the location of the people, where the, like the location of the person being. So I have the name of the device, where the like which sensor is being next to, and when connected. So far this is the last entry. So if I come here and simulate a disconnection, so I'm just gonna click on the disconnect button that's pretending that I left the room. So I click here, it disconnected, and it found again because I'm really close to, but a new entry shows up here. So you can see here, it found at 36 and it left at 38, showing that I left the room, technically left the room. So this device here, it also has a internal battery, so it doesn't need to be on this station. Let me unplug here. It's just a little hard to do with one hand. So as you can see, it comes off and has it did not turn off. So the connection between the both parts is made by this header here. So I have the male header popping out here on the bottom, and I have the female one here. And then it knows that when it's connected, so at some point here the data should update, and here should appear as disconnected. It just takes a little long for it to find, but it should keep running for 8 hours without battery, like around 8 hours. That's the battery life for this device. There we go. So you can see it disconnected, and here it still is running. So after I put this back here, which is more simple, it's very easier to put there. So it takes a little long. As in the next update, you will be able to see the connection. As you can also see here, the data is slowly being collected again. While we wait for this one, you can check the graph here. So the last entry point was 38, and we are now on 39, so 40 actually. So you can see, just skip one measurement. Oh, let's see when it's gonna update. It should update soon. There we go. As you can see, it connects again, and you have all the data here again. Yeah, also as another thing, you can use this number here, so you can use this data here, which is to plug here and find out your personal exposure. All this one shows the exposure for the room. We can also connect other 2 sensors. That's what we support so far. So we have support for 1, 2, and 3, but the other 2 ones are not working, or they're not like powered right now, so we don't have any data there. Yeah, that's it. That's our research project. That's our result of research project.